Hey everyone, welcome to Numis Canada with Bruce, and we also welcome Team Numis Canada, which is what I call my members and subscribers, and thank them for their support. Today we will be talking about nickels, and these are some of the coins that I picked up at the local coin show, and of course the nickels in here are all from the junk bin, so we hope that we would update this book, which is my father's book, and I'll show you what this is before we figure out what's here and what we can add to it. The additional coins in there were just bonuses because of what I purchased at the coin show, and as a thank you they gave me other, like they gave me a 50-cent piece and a old nickel dollar and a penny. So how cool is that? So we'll be right back with that. Oh, and of course we are also going to update this if we can. And of course I've repaired this with some my tape that I used to going to use to seal packages, and of course this makes, because this was breaking apart, but this is my father's typeset, and it goes from 1858 all the way to 1958. So how cool is that? And we may need to get I may get if I can get a typeset that is more updated to the 2020, because we know that after 58 there was a smaller nickel dollar. There were nickel dollars, large nickel dollars, and then smaller nickel dollars, and then the loonie, and they would all be in here as well, and the toonie would also end up in there. So, but anyway, how cool is that? So we'll get on to all of that just after this. So I'll show you my father's typeset, what he has so far and where I can fill in the gaps, and the same thing for the nickels, which is 1922 to 1967, I believe. Yes, to 1967 Canadian nickels. There have been a couple of nickels since 1967 that were different, and so we may need to get an updated nickel book after this one is finished, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And just to remind you, this is the nickel set that from the unknown numismatist. He wanted the plastic container back, so I had to return it to him. So I put it in this box, and so all those coins are still here. And of course, every coin from, and I went through them the other day when I put them in here, and of course there are some years that have two versions. And I'm just going to go, like there's 1942 and the 1942 Tomback. So one of these might be lower mintage. I don't know. It might not be a high. I'd have to look at the catalog and determine that. But there were two of the 1942s, and going through, and there were two 1947s, and of course one has a maple leaf and one doesn't. So I know that one of those is rare. This one has the maple leaf. That's why it's a 47M and a 47. So those are also included. And just going through and double checking. And 1951 has 2. And we have the Sudbury nickel, or is that correct? Yes, the Sudbury nickel factory. This one has a Sudbury nickel factory on it. And that's with King George. And they also had the beaver that particular year. And I believe that's a steel covered, nickel covered steel. And that has King George VI on it as well. So I just thought I'd give you that update about these, and I think that's the last duplicate coins that we have, because in 1967, which was the next special nickel, they started the full year with that. They didn't produce any of the regular beavers for 67, at least as far as I'm aware of. So how cool is that? That's what, if you become a member before the member prices increase, it would even be better because you'll be locked in. But if you become a member by the time we reach 1,800 members, this will be a member only giveaway. So consider becoming a member while it's still at 99 cents in Canada, because the low price will go up to $1.47 in Canada after August 17th. And I will be setting the prices on August 16th to give you all a chance to become a member before that deadline. So how cool is that? So we'll be right back just after this. Welcome back. I know that was a long intro, but there's so much to cover in this video. And we will just take a look at what we picked up in the junk box, because what this says is to check out the junk boxes, because you can always find it. And these are the extra gifts I was given by the booth that I purchased these from. I think if there's any other different coins in here, because I was mainly looking for nickels. Actually, these I picked up in the junk bin as well. So these two were the thank you for your business, because I also bought some stamps. So let's just take a look, and we have here, this is a 1935, and that is King George V, 1935. So I don't know if that'll fit into either of these books. We have a 1951, and that's King George VI. We have 1923, and that's King George V. There he is, and of course you have the old style there. we found a laureate portrait from 1964. And of course, this is one you got to look at because I think there are variations on this one. But we'll cover that a little later, possibly in a future video. And we have another. This one is King George VI. And I'm going to pause. Somebody's at the door. Sorry about that. But we'll get back to this. This is 1945. And that is King George VI on the old design nickel. I'm not sure. I think I heard out that when it was transitioned from this design to the new design, they were both released. There were two nickels released that year, but I'm not sure. And this is King George VI with the new design, and this is 1949. And we have a 1944 Victory. And this is a nickel-plated steel with King George VI. We have another 1945, so I might have one for both books. And put it there. And this is a 1951 Sudbury nickel, where nickel is mined. And we'll go here, and this is a 1947, and this is King George VI. I think that is nickel-plated steel too. I'm not sure. I would have to verify because it's in pretty good shape. This is a 1952, and I'm not sure when they stopped doing them in nickel-plated steel, because this one looks like it could be, but I'll have to verify all that. And that's 1952 with King George VI. And we have a King George V here, and that is 1932. And we have a 1940 with King George VI, 1940 nickel. Another 1947 maple leaf. And these were all found in the junk bin. And a 1944 with King George VI, Victory, 1944 Victory nickel. A King George V here, and that is from 1935. And we have a King George VI, and this one is 1949. A King George V, and this one is 1934. And King George VI, this is another 1947 maple leaf. And go there. And we have a King George V, and this is 1928. So any of these that are duplicate, I'm going to keep them for the future nickel book that I have, that I don't have yet, that I will get. And that is King George VI, and this is 1941. I think that's just before the war. And we have 1940 again. And of course, this is George VI. We have 1950 with George VI. Another 1951, I think that's 51, yes. Sudbury nickel mine with King George VI. And the last nickel I picked up was a 1946. And that's just after the war with King George VI. So, and of course the two pennies that I picked up, one was a 1950 King George VI. Now I may have this one already, but we'll figure that out the next time I look at my small penny album, which I need to do. And we have a King George V penny. And it's got a little dark spot in the center, and this is from 1932. I don't know if you can see that. Now the two bonuses that I got was this 1969 50-cent piece, and of course it's not silver because it's 69. And that's Queen Elizabeth II with her second portrait. How cool is that? And the other coin we got, and of course this is what the new artwork that poster that I had, where it says collar instead of dollar. I didn't want people to think that I was trying to forge money. And here is the Voyageurs, and of course this one is from 1968 with Queen Elizabeth, and we'll do a magnetic test on this. I think it was only the nickel though that were silver. I doubt they would give me a silver one that's 50% silver. I think it was only the quarters, but it never hurts to double check a 68 nickel or quarter, dime, or 50-cent piece or dollar. So that's all of them. So let's just set these aside. Okay, and we'll get on to my father's books, and we'll start with this Canada coin collection. And of course we don't have very many coins in here. We have some silver, but we do have some silver, and of course these are pretty rough. We have George V in the typeset. It was 1922 to 1936. We have George V was 1922 to 1936. George VI was 1937 to 1942. And over here we have 25 cents. And of course, that is Queen Victoria. It's a very difficult to see her. Her face is just smooth, and so is King Edward's. And they all are. These are all in very rough shape, and these are all silver. But there's Queen Victoria from 1870 to 1901. There's King Edward VI from 1902 to 1910. There's George V from 1911 to 1936. George VI from 1937 to 1947. He was king and emperor, and then 1948 to 1952 he was just king because India separated from the empire. And then there's the laureate portrait of Queen Elizabeth, and the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth, and then it goes over to the $50 here. So, and I suppose I could do this with this. This is Queen Elizabeth, and I think they want a laureate portrait here because it's 1953, and this one, so that one's too recent. So that's interesting. So there's the $50 and dollars. There's 10 cents and 5 cents, and we've got a couple of them here that we could put in, but we'll look at the other one first. And there's more 5 cents over here. There's silver 5 cents, and I do have one, but I'll see if there's any of these size tiny 5 cents. I do have one. I'll see if there's any space for these in here, otherwise it'll go in here. And there's the small cents and the large cents, and we could use some of our doubles that I know I promised that I would give those away, but I'm giving these away, and we'll figure something out. But I have to think of the duplicates for this album, because the other album is doing quite well. And here is his nickel book, and of course he has, for King George V, he has the duplicate head, and then he has 1922, 1927, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 36. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vacancies for King George V, and for King George VI, we have his head here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 1937, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. And we flip it over. Then we get the Tomback 42, 1943, which is also Tomback. 1944 is missing. 1949 is missing. Of course, we got 1945, 46, 47, 47 Maple Leaf, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So that's a 51 commemorative, so we're missing the 51. regular, and the obverse of the laureate portrait of Queen Elizabeth, and 1953, 54, 55, 56, 57, all the way up to 1960. Well, I'm missing 1964 and 1965. Or I'm missing 1965 and 66. There's already a 67 here. And I only have a space for a 64 or 65. Bizarre. And that's the end of this book. So let's see what we can do here. So we have, let's flip it over. That's King George. That's King, the other king. And that's him. That's King George. King George. King George VI. 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 King George V. King George VI. King George V. King George VI. 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 Okay. So we're looking for 1923, 25, 26 near 6, 26 far 6, 33, 34, 35. I don't think we have all of those, but this is 1934. Which is right here. Do I have more than one 1934? So we've got 1934. We've got 1928, which I don't need. So we'll set that one up there. And 1935, which I need. $1932, I don't need, that'll go in the future book. And 1923 would go right there. And 1935. So I've got two of them, so I need to look at these two and compare them and see which one's the better quality. So we've only got one of these, so we'll go ahead and put in the 1923, and we're updating my father's book. And how cool is that? And we've got the 1934, which is here. So I don't think we have any 26 far 6 or near 6. So we were able to put two more in to my father's collection, this one and this one. And we have we have this one as well, but we're going to verify those under a microscope, or under a magnifier, just to see which one's better. And the other one will go in the future book. So we will okay, I think the other one that I just looked at is in better condition than this one. This one's got some dirt and but this one has, it's a gouge, it's not a mint error. something actually damaged it and put that little mark in there. Yeah, there's a couple marks on this side that make it not as valuable, and that's probably why it was in the junk bin. But there we go, and that one will go over here for the future book, and this one will go in my father's nickel book. And there we go. What do you think of that? 3 coins for King George VI. And we are 5th, King George V. And that's the other side of them. I don't know if that was focusing properly, but we'll get to it. So we have 1942. I don't know if we have any 1942s on this page. So 47 maple leaf, 47 not maple leaf, 41, which he already has, 50 is on the next page, 44, 51, 40, which he already has, but this one is better than that one. So I'll show you. This one is definitely better than that one, so I will put it in here and move the other one into my other book. And the same is true for the 41 actually. So since I'm going to do that, and the last person to touch this coin would have been my father. And this one is just a little bit, it almost looks tomback, but it's not. It's just dirty, so we'll put 1940 in there. And move that. And that one doesn't want to come out, so we're going to have to risk the other ones falling out by pulling this back. There we go. We'll push that one back in before the other ones fall down through. Okay, and that's 1941, and that one's not in great shape, but it's better than the other one that was in there. And here's the 1941. The last person to touch this coin was my father. So, how cool is that? Now, if you think I should have updated those, because those were his choices, if you think I shouldn't have done that, leave it in the comments below. And this is 1947 maple leaf, so that's 1947 maple leaf. That is 1949, 1944, 1945, 1946, 1949, 1945, 1940, so I think we're going to have two of those extra. We have 1949, 1952, 1951, and 1951. So we don't have a 1942, so we'll flip it over. We have a 1944? We do. And which one is better? Okay, I think this one is better. Neither one of them's in fantastic shape, but we'll put that in there. Come on. There we go. 1944. So victory, victory, victory. And let's put that back. We need a 1949, which is here, 1949. And let's see which one of these is better. And that side on both is pretty good. There's a slight mark on this one, so let's turn it over and see what happens. And yeah, I think this one's better. That one can go over for the new book. And 1949. And this one is the other 1944, which I'll put here. And 47 and 47 Maple Leaf, and those are both in pretty good shape. So we'll close this. And we'll move on to Queen Elizabeth, and we only have one, so I don't know if it's one that we need. So let's look at this, and this is $1964, and there's a 1964 here as well. And we have, now we do have an improvement for the 1951. That back down. So that's the last one my father touched from 1951. And it's in pretty good shape, but this one is much brighter. This one is much brighter. So and we also have the 1951 beaver. So that will go. So we've got 1951 and 52. So we've got all but one of the King George the 6. We have all but one of the King George the 6, and it's this 1942. And that's the year my parents were born, both of them. So how cool is that? And so this other one will go over here as well. And 1952. That one is definitely better than this one. So that can go over there. And this is 1950. And that one is in quite good shape. And this one, so this one's similar, so that can go over there as well. So that is the additions to that book. And we found a nickel back here, and this is 1946. And of course, that's there, so we'll put that up there. And these are all okay. So let's go over to here and look at the nickels. We've got King George. So we don't have the 1942 tom back for here. And 1946 steel. Let's just verify what we have here. That's 47. So, but that's a 12-sided. King George 7, 46 and 47, 12-sided. And 45. And this is the 1945. Do we have a 1944? That's 47. And 44 steel. This one for sure.
The joke's on me. I let myself fall in again. You would have thought I learned from last time, but who can blame a girl when she's love blind? Yeah, the joke's on me. I let in someone new again. I guess I didn't learn from a lesson, but who can blame a girl for trying?
George 6, 1945. Did we have a 1950 here? 51. 41. 1940. 46. I don't know if I have 52, 51. 1950, 12-sided. So we got 2 more in this type set. How cool is that? We just need for the nickels. And of course, 1951 commemorative. So we've got that one. 1951, 52. this is a George VI. '52. So I'm going to put the commemorative ones facing up, so that I'm putting them up so that you can see them, because you already have his head here, here, here in all those cases. So, and then we go into dimes, and how cool is that? So I was able to get 1, 2, I think I did that one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the typeset, all from the junk drawer. So that just proves how valuable junk drawers can be. Now we'll be right back with the giveaway for a couple videos back of these sets. This is the members only set, and this is the giveaway from that video. So stay tuned and we'll be right back with that. Oh, and I just realized we may be able to, let's see if we need this for the pennies, because I don't see any large cents. We've got these are all George VI. So if I have two that are the same, whoop. So we have King Edward and King George and King Edward. So we've got this one. And this is King Edward. And so we've got 1916, 1919, 1912, 1918, 1917. Well, we'll take the most recent one then. 16, 19, 12, 18, 17. And we'll do that. Take the 1919. And we'll do that. So my typeset's getting pretty full. How cool is that? And we'll move this over here. And we'll take that off and put it back in with the other available ones. And these will be giveaways at 1,800 subs. These are 4 different years of King George VI, King George V. So how cool is that? And so that's how this collection looks now. We've got still a lot of holes to fill, And we've got that page is completely empty. I'm sure I have coins somewhere that I can fill it with, but thank you for watching, and we'll be right back with the giveaways for these, for members only, and for anybody watching. So by all means, if you're not a member, consider become a member while it's still only 99 cents for Canadians, and you could win this one with a silver dime. How cool is that? So here we are at the video for the giveaway, and of course this is what you're seeing on the screen, and that's what the subscribers and viewers could win. And if you've left a comment, your chances of winning are pretty good. So we'll just go and share this and grab the comment and paste it in here. Control V, and we're going to do the math, and it's 10, and get the YouTube comments, and there's 10 comments. So let's shuffle this, and Lloyd Skybe 334 3849. Congratulations at Lloyd Skybe. Congratulations, you have won, and of course you have 2 weeks to send me your email with your username, your username, your real name, and your mailing address, and we'll get those out to you, and we'll come, and of course we'll get over to the Wheel of Names and give away their set, which is this one with the silver mackerel. And we've got all our 2 new members, John Mantianas and Suzanne Stack, and we'll spin this to see how many times we're going to shuffle the list. Four times. Okay, and we go over to the other wheel. We go here and we shuffle it 4 times. Once, twice, 4 times. And that's interesting because the colors are changed. The names are in different colors now. So we'll spin this. And Geraldine Bush, congratulations. You have won the members only with the silver dime. And of course, we have, I know your real name, but we need your mailing address and an email from you saying, claiming your prize. And if we don't hear from you in 2 weeks, these prizes will be given out to somebody else. So that's just the way it's going to work. And congratulations, Geraldine. And close that. Lloyd Skybe 3849. Good video, Bruce. How cool is that? So thank you to everybody for participating, and congratulations to the winners. Well, here we are. You've seen congratulations to both the winners, and to Lloyd and to Mrs. Bush. And we have found 4 coins that can be added to the typeset, but we'll show you those in a members only video coming up. So how cool is that? So thank you everybody for watching, and we hope to see you again. Bye for now.
And please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and keep on collecting.